Hello and welcome back. So now we're in Meshmixer. So to mention that I exported the STL, I open it here, and I always like now when I have complex STLs like this, I like to open everything here in Meshmixer just to take a look. So here immediately I can see that my normals are okay, I have no problem, but I have a single region. Now, and we would like to do some separation if you would like to use the STL with multiple regions. Otherwise, single STL is fine, and then you just put the regions using surface and it will work. But it's up to you just to show you another technique. So remember, here everything is about selections, no? So first step, I always recommend you go into analysis, you have the inspector, use inspector. So you look at that, the geometry is perfect. It's not reporting anything, nothing to do. The next step is edit, generate face groups. So here you have a global no control. So globally you can generate these face groups. And let me go here, set, I like it. And there you go. You have look at that, the front face, you have the top there, you have here, also here the shaft, if on a face, but then the rest of the boat is a single surface. So let me show you. So I will use shortcut S, select, and look at that, everything that is orange is a single surface. So I would like to do something no closer to what we have here that we created no in the bulb here. We can select this and so on. So remember, everything at this point is about selections. Okay, selection is very important, master selections. And here just to show you something. So there are three ways to do selection. So S, select. So you can directly so control the brush here, so you can paint directly. So W, you see the wireframe. So this is what you are selecting, the triangulation. Okay, you can do like that. The other is polygonal. So click outside of the geometry and select. I will click outside, see that. And you just create a polygon enclosing what you want to select, and there you go. So in this case, for me, for instance, it can be relatively easy to select now the bulb because now I can deselect these faces. Now to deselect, you press Control, erase the selection. Okay, let me go. Sometimes it's not very straightforward. Let me go here also. So I'm doing no roughly speaking just to show you control, but then it takes some time. Select everything, be careful. There, here. Okay, let me also here. I think I select there. Let me put something smaller and then probably you can select again there. So this is a lot of patience sometimes now can be, you can have many faces there, it can be a little bit tricky. So now that you select that, I can go here and for instance, let me, usually this is, let me create a clear. So I erased that selection. Okay, so see that the color is different. Now select, and I can select that one and create a face group. Why I did that? Because sometimes you have a color different from gray, it means that you already have a selection. So if you do it twice, sometimes my personal experience, I have seen that it create two times that surface. So that's why I do it. Erase and then re-erase. And if there is no color assigned, it will do like this. And that's all. Okay. So now select and see that now whatever is not, or it belongs to this unit group. Okay, you have it orange and the same. Let's do a similar selection with the keel. But now to show you the other selection, we study the directly now painting, and you have different ways to do it. It's sphere and so on. So it's up to you to choose a technique. Polygonal one, click outside and we'll select. And the other one is kind of laser selection. So look at that. You go here, draw a line and everything above will be selected, below no. And then you can do inversion like this. You press I, or here you have, I think, somewhere. Okay. Okay, you do the inversion or connect or those options. So the same like this. and it will do that selection. So sometimes can be very useful. In this case, it's not the best one, but you have those three techniques to do selection. So if you look there, you see that the colors are the same. Just to stress that means that the normals are in the same direction. But let me do selection there. Let me go here, modify, and let me go flip normals. So when you open a geometry here and you see this color, immediately you realize that the normals are flipped. Okay, so you just need to fix that, and it's just by selection. Be careful. By default, you cannot select normal, so see the allow back faces. Now you select the back faces, and again just flip normals, and there you go. Problem solved. Also recall that if you have holes, no, there is not. Well, it's not the best example here. So X erase and see that you have a hole there, and that can be closed. Select there. So it will select the triangles around. Probably these are too large, but doesn't matter. Go here, erase and fill, and there are different techniques here. Will be okay, flat minimal, and there you go. The hole has been closed. Undo. Okay, you have the hole, and to show you that you have this option here, but inspector. So see that inspector will tell you, okay, you have a hole, so you have the help. So you just click there, and automatically, using the best method, okay, it will close it. Not always will work like in this case, but as you see, you have there some nice result. So play around, and then our ratio, you can increase triangulation and so on. So for instance, let me select this, and let's do a remesh of that. So this, in this case, it will be tricky to control, because already look at that, the dimensions that lets me change the order of the dimension of this one. So it's not going to work, but we already stated, just change those options. Probably here, relative density. Okay, it's better, the relative density. And if you increase, okay, W, and see that now you have that triangulation there. Let me go here. You can insert also the value there, 30. As I say, be careful. Sometimes you put values there and it will crash, because this is very memory intensive. So see that I added that triangulation, and there you go. W, you have a triangulation there. So for those that believe that triangulation will give you better results, do that triangulation is a little bit more difficult here because you have these elongated triangles, but it can be done. No, it's a lot of patience. So to show now okay, for instance, here I can do the selection, and look at it now. It's not planar. You have curvature, and it's super neat, this option, or this Meshmixer, because it can repair that one. So select around, see that it would select the faces. Probably it's too much, too large. Smaller brush there, and there you go. Then erase and fill, and see that it will do that, but probably you need to add some scaling or some bolts there to conform to the curvature, and that's it. Very cool. And clear selection, and there you have. Then you can apply skull to have many options, but what I wanted to show you is that there is another one that if you want to do a triangulation of complex bodies and you don't want to do this manual selection, there is another tool also, but it's memory intensive. You have something similar in Blender, by the way. It's this one, Make Solid, and this is it. So this kind of doing a Oct3 mesh, coming back to this Oct3, and you can get an idea that you change parameters, and let me go chart angles, update, and yeah, let's see what happened. Okay, so this is what you got. So, well, get the idea, change parameters, and likely in this case, maybe it will work. Okay, we'll capture everything without the need of doing all those previous steps, but it's up to you, okay? But you have that option there. Again, I invite you to visit because you have a lot of stuff here, and you have a lot of bad medicine within Meshmixer and Blender, so get familiar. But for me, the most important thing that I can do in Meshmixer and Blender is generate face groups, okay, and probably doing some repairing something like normals or closing holes or gaps, cracks, now that you have here. So this is it for this case. Remember also you go export and you can export it as OBJ. Okay, let me stress that OBJ is the only one that is going to save those groups. So these groups that have been saved here, they are saved in the OBJ. And no, let me open because I already open. Yes, I have this one and already the selection. So in this case, I spent some time. So I selected here, I selected the keel there, then I selected this face there, the top, the front, the back. You have the shape, so the shaft there. So I spent some time doing the selection and see that's quite nice. Now I save this as OBJ, and then all these selections are available and you can use it in your surface refinement. So the geometry, we have it available. I didn't work with this geometry, but you get the idea that it can be used with no problem. Okay, so this is all related to geometry manipulating. So now let's move to OpenFOAM Snappy. So see you next video.